not to overreact, but hey, it's night one of the regular season.
Sure.
It's fun to overreact. I see people in the comments. Somebody said like it's unacceptable that Mott has only played, before garbage time, not even 3 minutes in this game tonight. He was the 11th man in the rotation. Mm-hmm. Other people saying, hey, Jalen Smith had himself a hell of a game.
He did.
Maybe give him some more minutes. He played just 17 minutes off the bench compared to Patrick Williams, 24 minutes, and Jalen Smith poured in 15 points to Pat's 6. Big Dave, overreaction or fair to after game one say, hey, Billy, maybe switch up that starting lineup.
Fair.
Wow. Okay. Let's go.
I told you it's the no excuses tour. And this is what I mean, dude. There are no excuses anymore for you getting 6 points and 3 rebounds. What do I have to fall back on? What leg do I have to stand on to defend that?
The broken one.
Come on. Which means I'm going to fall and bust my ass. Because there's nothing to stand on, all right? There's nothing to stand on with that. So, yes, I would definitely be looking at it. I'd be thinking about it like, man, should I? It would definitely be crossing my mind. Jalen Smith, but I wouldn't do it with Jalen Smith because, I don't want to move him from that center position. He played very well. He knows what to do at that position.
Knock down a 3.
Knock down a 3.
First one of the Bull.
Roll, get to the bucket, draw contact, get to the foul line. Like, he actually gets to the foul line, which is wild that he can actually do that because I'm not used to seeing stuff like that. But shout out to him for being able to do that. And he got to the line 4 times. Like, oh gosh. So yeah, man, like that's the stuff I need. And that's the stuff I'm looking for is a guy who just wants to play with some kind of edge and act like he's got a pulse when he's out there. I haven't seen the pulse from Patrick. All right. I've seen him just look like, do I like basketball? I don't know. I'm confused when I watch him down. 6 points and 3 rebounds is not good enough for that.
Yes.
And I'm not going to make no excuses for it. So, yes, absolutely, I would be thinking about it. It would be crossing my mind for sure because he would be on a really, really, really short leash.
Perdue, our in-house NBA vet, what effect do you think it would have on Pat? I mean, as someone who experienced coaches coming and sending a message to a player by maybe revoking their status as a starter, benching them, whatever it may be, if Billy does something as bold as taking Patrick Williams out of the starting lineup Friday, not going to happen.
Yeah,
not going to happen. Okay.
Listen, you got to remember something, okay?
Mm-hmm. Talk slow to me, Will.
Talk slow?
Talk slow to me. I want to hear it all.
Should I do my Barry White?
Oh, I don't think they can handle it out there, Will. They ain't ready for all that.
Can we dim the lights?
That's Teddy P.
Hey, we got to provide entertainment.
You're right about that. Pull out the bleachers.
What's the ultimate goal here?
Win?
No.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we development.
Yeah,
Okay.
development.
And I'm not just talking about P. Will.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think when you look at this right here, okay, this is one game.
Mm-hmm.
We could sit here and say Zach LaVine's got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. Patrick Williams, he's got to play like his hair's on fire. Vooch, actually a solid game.
Yep.
21 and 11.
Called it.
Okay. Kobe White needs to shoot the ball better.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Giddey, awareness. Lonzo Ball, solid. 4 assists in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Jalen Smith, outstanding. Io, this is who Io is.
Yeah.
We can go down the thing. But the players that, I know Io for a fact, even though you look at what, 25 minutes, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, I guarantee you he's already thinking about the mistakes he made and what he needs to do to correct them.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the reason why he's gotten to where he's gotten. But coaches think of things in groups, right? So when I mean that, whether coaches, every coach is different, whether it's a group of 5 games, a group of 10 games, it's a group. I always use the number 20 because of how it was explained to me.
Okay.
When I was with the Bulls, remember they traded Stacy to Minnesota and brought in Luke Longley.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, I was, in the starting lineup. Phil brought me into the office and said, listen, we traded for the guy. We got to see what he can do. We're going to give him 20 games, and then we're going to make an assessment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I can promise you that even though the 3 of us are sitting here and saying we've seen this act before,
Oh.
The Bulls, coaches, staff, they're basically, that's in the past.
Mm-hmm.
They've cleaned the slate. Okay, this is game one. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not even sure where you would put it, but it's not good. Okay, and it quite honestly is unacceptable. So if he was a pinch hitter, he'd be 0 for 1.
Yeah,
but they're not gonna sit here and say, well, we saw this last year, so we're immediately going to change and put him off the bench. I guarantee you it's going to be a minimum of 10 games before they make any type of assessment, any type of change whatsoever.
Okay.
I agree.
I hear you, Will,
Yeah.
and you have obviously the experience of that. Hey, this is what Phil said, 20-game sample. That's what we're going to use to evaluate. I'm going to counter that counter with a counter. You ready? Because you're saying,
Counselor,
got to be at least 10 before they do anything drastic like taking Pat out of the lineup. Y'all, let's journey back to the beginning of the 23-24 Chicago Bulls season, shall we? Do you remember how many games it was before Patrick Williams was replaced in the starting lineup by Torrey Craig? Not because of injury, but because Billy saw what Patrick was doing and saying, we got to change this. Anyone care to venture a guess how many games before Pat got benched last season?
Was it 4?
6?
5.
5. I was close.
5 games is all it took for Billy Donovan to make a change and tell Patrick Williams to grab some bench at the start of last season.
Yeah. Yep.
Fast forward a year, we just paid him $90 million. I don't want to hear dog shit about a sample size.
Yeah.
Perform or don't. Development, I hear you. It's about development, but there are other people who might develop.
Yeah. He's had his 20 games several years, and I've seen it. And they might be looking at it differently, as this is a new year, a new time, and a new everything. But for me, it's the same old story because I'm seeing the same old numbers and the same old way he's playing. I haven't seen a change. If there was a change, Will, in how he played tonight, even if he put up these same numbers, if there was the change in how he played, how he approached it, how he attacked it, how he played defense more aggressively, you know what I mean? If he did it, those kind of things, then I'd be more inclined to be like, okay, he just had a bad game. I can see that. This just felt like a regular Patrick Williams game that I've been looking at for the entire time.
Beat-up classic tonight. Are you kidding me?
The 3 rebounds.
6 points, 3 rebounds?
3 rebounds, baby.
He'll put that on his gravestone.
and
hopefully many, many, many years and decades from now.
But that's what stops me from
you
that.
Can start etching that right now.
That's what stops me from that, like giving like a 10-game, 20-game kind of sample, is because I've seen that sample and I haven't seen that change. And the way he plays, bro, like has not allowed me to say, okay, I'm gonna give you a little more grace on that. My grace period for me, I'm speaking for myself. The grace period for me is over with that. I can't take no more 6 points and 3 rebounds and no effort and no just real fire. Like you said, playing with your hair on fire. Like, at least show me that. And you go 0 for 5, 0 for 6, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but you were out there going for it. You know what I mean? And really trying to get it. There was one rebound he got, and I was like, oh, look at Pat getting the rebound. And Sarah said, well, yeah, that's because everybody else went down the floor. It was like, yeah, no, that's true. That's exactly how it went. So for me, it's just seeing the same things over and over again. I feel like I'm the fool to start saying, well, no, keep giving it to him and let's see. He's got, I don't know, man. He hasn't earned it for me to get that much more time to do this in the starting lineup.
We all silly like the mayor.